Ahoy there! Or should I say just ahoy me? Welcome back to the Cruise Ship Safety and Security channel, and today's episode is all about being alone. Not emotionally, although we can talk about that later, but physically alone while working on board. This is Chapter 25, Lone Working, because sometimes it's just you, the job, and a whole lot of opportunity for things to go horribly wrong. Lone working isn't just about being the only one in the room. It means you're working without direct supervision. No one is in the immediate area, and help may not be immediately available if something goes wrong. Examples include chipping paint on the forecastle, monitoring machinery in the engine room, cleaning or maintaining equipment in isolated spaces, and carrying out checks during the night watch. COSWP says, lone working should be avoided wherever possible and only permitted when necessary with appropriate controls. Let's say you're on the bow with no comms, or in the engine room and collapse from heat. Maybe you are doing electrical testing and take a zap, or just trip, fall, and crack your head. If you're alone, who knows? Who hears? Who helps? Spoiler alert, no one. That's the danger. COSWP outlines a few must-dos. Carry out a risk assessment before any lone work. Use a permit-to-work system for high-risk tasks. Use check-in procedures or a radio or buddy system. Ensure clear instructions and emergency comms are in place. And only competent personnel may work alone. So, if someone gives a cadet a grinder and tells them to go sort the aft deck alone, that's not delegation. That's negligence. Here's how to reduce lone working risks. Plan the work properly. Know the location, task, and duration. Assign a spotter or buddy when possible. Use radios or regular check-ins. Set time limits. If someone doesn't check in, you go looking. Ensure lighting, access, and escape routes are safe. Have emergency procedures and gear ready. Also, if you're the one working alone, don't be a hero. Speak up if it's not safe. COSWP says, employers must consider whether the work can be done safely by a person working alone and implement precautions accordingly. Lone working should be the last resort, not the default option. Let's recap Chapter 25. Lone working equals working without immediate support. It increases the risk of delayed response to incidents. Always assess the risk and use comms or buddy systems. Never assign lone work to inexperienced crew. If it feels unsafe, it probably is. Like, subscribe and send this to that one officer who says, "You'll be fine, it's only 10 minutes of welding next to a fuel line. What could go wrong?" Next up, Chapter 26, Alcohol and Drugs Policy, where we cover what not to do when you're off duty, and especially when you're on. Until then, don't work alone unless the safety system says you can. And even then, keep your radio charged and your common sense sharper than your chipping hammer.